Hi there, Libra. There you are. Hi. Welcome to Silky Intuitive. My name is Nancy. Okay, so what we've got for you here is a look at Libra, your life during the time of in or I'm doing a standard Celtic cross, except the significator is actually going to talk about the general atmosphere, possibly an underlying factor during this time period for you. Now, at the end of this Celtic cross reading, Libra, you can go over to the Vimeo channel and you can watch a 9-card spread that focuses only on love during this period of time. Again, that is the Vimeo channel. If you want a reading meant just for you, go ahead and get in line. You can send me a contact form. You will get a reply from me, usually within the first 12 hours or so, 4 hours, and sometimes sooner. I say get in line because I am starting to get busy and booked. And I will always have time for you guys. That is what it's all about for me, is being here for you. There are a lot of you need guidance right now, and that's great, and that's wonderful. I'm here for you. Now, I wait time right now is about 10 business days when I'm really busy. Okay, now, let's take a look at the focus energy for you. I've drawn the 8 of Wands, and what I think is really interesting, Libra, there's a swiftness going on around Libra right now as it is. When I think of the Justice symbol, I really right now I'm feeling her wielding her sword madly, as if she's feeling like there's something that has to happen, and it has to happen now. There is a bit of an urgency to the justice going on around your sign in particular right now. It's deeply rooted and connected to Libra and to who you are and what you believe in. I got the 8 of Wands, which talks about an accelerated feeling. This is an accelerated motion. So I really think that during this time period for Libra, you're going to have to watch for something to happen almost out of the blue, quite suddenly. So let's, cards have been jumpy on me today. And even though I am feeling quite a bit exhausted, I have been busy, but the feeling is very heavy and slow. And it's been like this for several days. I've had this general malaise around me. Now, what's interesting is around this accelerated motion, I have the moon. And we know what the moon is all about. The moon is about secrecy. It's about the unknown. There's a mysticism around the moon. Maybe what this is really saying is it's very much connected directly to the moon, directly to the next coming phase of the moon, or whatever phase of the moon that this happens for you, Libra. Between now and mid, I would say watch for something to happen out of the blue, maybe. There's a specific message that a very deep truth is going to be unveiled. And I almost feel it's on a global scale. During either the full or the half moon period, I want to say. I don't really feel the new moon, but I could be wrong. There is a very quick energy around something coming up for Libra. And again, watch for certain timing, the timing of this thing. I have to say within the next 3 days, 80 days, and definitely something coming around about this, around a specific phase of the moon. I'm getting a really weird message from that. So now let's look at what crosses you, the star. And then we have the foundation, the past, present, and the future. Then we have you, the card that represents yourself. For some of you, this is really very much more of a focus around money. Maybe you're waiting for something, you've been waiting possibly for something to change. This is about, I think, your day-to-day, your career, especially with the king here, tells me very much. This is more about security and money than anything else. And then we have the card that represents you, your environment, hopes and fears, and the outcome. Okay, so what we've got. First of all, the card that represents you and what crosses you. I think it's about recognition and the timing of it. And I think that this, whatever this issue is that comes up very much out of the blue or quite suddenly around Libra, it's closely associated to another air sign, Aquarius. But what that really talks to me about is success, recognition, something that happens quite quickly. And I almost feel that this kind of recognition definitely comes with part of your life's path, your career choice, here in your foundation. I think you're very much in control of whatever the situation is that arises for you. Because like I said, I think this is, you wake up in the morning and you find out that Donald Trump has been impeached, something like that. But it's big and it affects you directly, but it feels like it's something that happens either on a national or an international stage. But it's something, whether it's on a large scale for someone, because I feel very much the strong pull towards someone having their due, having their success with something that comes through as a great big deal. You know, whether it's on a corporate level or it's in the community or it's on the national stage. We've got this King of Pentacles who's very much in control. But he's in control of his money, his security, his foundation. He works the soil. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty. So I think he's kind of, this is a situation that he's really very dug into, even though this talks about an air sign. For me, this is you. It's the thing that is at your foundation. It's at the very core of what you are, what you're trying to accomplish, what you're looking for recognition over. Is very much connected to the ultimate security. Maybe it's a home. I almost want to say for some of you, you've been waiting for an opportunity to move to a new home. There is a sudden change in the flow, and you find out you've been approved to buy that new home, that first home even, because the Page of Swords, he sends that message of clarity. So we want to look at the past. And for you, the past has been communication. Communication in whatever the situation is. And I do feel very much that someone who is involved in this does stand on a public stage of some kind. In the past, some open communication. Maybe what came through in the past was a message, and the message came through, and it was life-changing. It was a life-changing moment for Libra. The messages are very vague on this. Now, in the present day, I think you're fighting the good fight. Whatever the situation is that you're looking for some kind of recognition through, some sort of accomplishment. There's an urgency around this, and there's a lot of strength, but it feels like it's a collective strength for some of you. Feels very much that this will be around a group of people trying to make a change. In the future position, I do see that this is possibly working through groups or having that brand new house. It's something that you've built up finances towards, maybe, whether it's a project or a new home, whether it's building onto an existing home or building onto your career. I do think that you've got a lot invested into it, whether it's financial investment or emotional investment, this very vague situation coming through for Libra. At the very root of it, at this very time here, current day, you're gathering your ammunition for the fight. I really think that this is a group condition for a fight here. I almost want to see this on a very large scale. Someone is bringing something to the public that's going to change the world, change the way people look at the world. I feel this is a very collective kind of group dynamic here. And maybe this is you working within a unit, within a group. This could be a family unit, bringing their finances together, bringing all of their skills and all of their ability and their money together to make this situation a viable thing. Now I want to look at the card that talks about you, yourself. Now here we have the King of Pentacles and now we have the Queen of Pentacles. Air signs. It's really talking about your finances, your security, and your home. Again, I feel very strongly for some of you, this is a home. This is finally gathering together all of the assets that you need, financial, all of the support you need, family and friends, and bringing it all together is this foundation. I think because for some of you, it feels very much that there is a necessary ending here. We have the Ten of Swords in the environment. That tells me that there's a displeasure with the way something has been going on, the way something has been developing. And there's definitely this need to bring a really difficult situation to a halt, to bring it to a stop. And maybe that's what the accelerated motion is here. Maybe the accelerated motion is actually the end to whatever the situation is. If you're living in a home that's dilapidated and run down and your landlord is a sleazeball and you finally decided it's time to, man up and buy your family a house or whatever the situation is, I think that the news is coming that your situation will change. Your situation will change very quickly because it feels very much in your environment, Libra, there's something going on that absolutely there's an urgency to the need for an ending for whoever this is, Libra. It feels very much like an urgency to an ending for you. Now, looking at your hopes and fears, the Knight of Cups, planning, looking for something that's more pleasing, that lends a more active planning towards the situation that is pleasing, where there's maybe some accomplishment of this desire, this recognition of some kind, whatever the recognition is here. I think that the ending connected to that is going to be a big ending. It feels very much like the ending comes quite suddenly and out of the blue. And you are moving towards a more satisfactory outcome here. Definitely breathing easier. The feeling isn't as heavy here as if it had just, the brakes just came off and the whole vehicle started to move forward. And this was the moment where it all kind of broke loose and everything happened all at once. The end to one situation, the beginning of another situation, almost instantaneously coming together. Now, in the final position, I've got the outcome. And the outcome is happiness, accomplishment. It could be talking about a new love for some of you. During a time of, I almost feel like your love life must have been stagnant for quite a while. And then out of the blue, someone introduces themselves to you. And it feels very much like life will never be the same for you again. It's a good connection, a nice connection. And we're going to talk about that connection at the Vimeo channel. If this is talking about you moving into a new place of accomplishment, whatever it is that needs to end here, whether it's mental, whether it's abusive, whether it's inner, whether it's outer a dialogue, whatever it is that's coming through here that needs to end. If this is a bully, the bully will be silenced. If this is inner dialogue, that's also going to be silenced because the accomplishment is coming. The notoriety of whatever it is that you're wanting notoriety for here, it's all coming through with very satisfactory results. And it's actually a better time, more peaceful time coming for your outcome. Okay? All right. Now, I do want to take a quick clarifier. Let's see. I think I want to clarify, why is the moon here? Are there secrets being held? Is it more an unknown? The star above it would tell me that there's a desire to expose a lie, expose a truth, and that truth is exposed quite suddenly. That's what brings about the notoriety. That's why I want to say if this is a bully and there's a bully being exposed either on a local or a international level, it's something you need to watch for that's going to happen quite suddenly. The Two of Cups again. The Empress. The Strength. Wow. That's on the unknown with the moon. Inner strength. Inner strength. It represents what you're going through now. Maybe we're just coming around to exposing this truth. Maybe this truth is around someone who lives a very abundant life. Maybe someone who very much is connected to their money and greed on a very intimate level. I think someone, whoever this is about, is on some level, there is some notoriety around this person that is crossing you, whether it's on a local level or an international level. We could even be talking here about, we could be talking about celebrity status. We could be talking about political status. Right now, on a very international level, we're talking about a lot of close associations. People who have greed on their side. They have financial strength. The financial strength is really very mighty. The dollar is quite prominent in this message for whoever this domineering kind of bullying energy is. The energy is actually quite immature with their communication. That's the other thing I'm getting. This is someone who does not communicate well on an adult level. They have a very immature way of communicating, and maybe that's the relationship that is needed to end here. Okay, I'm getting some very weird messages from this. The Page of Swords. I got two queens here with the Page of Swords. Okay, and the Ten of Pentacles. Page of Swords. This Page of Swords energy. He is actually something of the past. We have women, multiple women, working against this very immature communicator. I think that this accelerated movement around this kind of bullying energy comes through empowerment through women. And this energy is facing now the women in his life or her life, whoever this is. They are facing the strong female element around them. And there are multitudes of these strong women, connected women, all coming through to face this very immature bully in my vision of it. The numbers have gotten stronger as you've progressed through this. I don't know where this, I don't know why this is coming through. I really want you all to just know I apologize if it sounds like gibberish. Someone is going to understand it. There's a real growth of personal power here, not just in one person, but in this growth and empowerment of this very strong feminine. It's definitely a female-driven energy that's coming through. That is really kind of silencing this domineering kind of bullying male voice. It feels very much like there's this bombastic fool, and I don't have the fool here, but I don't need it to know it. And this is all coming together for some of you as a community effort. Strength in numbers, I hear, and recognition through groups, recognition within power and association. Now, I want one more clarification, because this association is going to bring quite a hopeful, satisfying, situation to a completion, a happy completion. But I want to look at the Ten of Swords, this ending, this completion. The Knight of Wands, King of Swords, and the Chariot. So what we have here is this feeling that justice is playing out. This real feeling that something, somewhere, something is getting a hold of a situation that is frankly out of control. Because this guy in reverse, he has an overabundance of passion. And it often can get in his way in with very negative actions. He acts incredibly immaturely, hastily. Again, this energy is what we're putting to an end. This kind of controlling, bullying, over-aggressive situation has been a battle for some. Whether this is a boss who's a creep, or a father who's a bully, a brother who's a bully, or your local politician who's a bully. Somebody is being brought to justice. The war is now being fought. If you're looking around wondering what the hell I'm talking about, it is around a war that is currently being fought. The battle is around a clueless, angry bully who serves by greed. But the battle has come to the king. The battle has come to the king now. And what we're moving forward with now is hope, calmer seas, a better day, smoother interactions with others, peace, harmony, and a new acceptance of one another. This could be, again, I really feel like this is you and the neighbor, or you and the new immigrant down the street, or you and the person who's different than you. There's a newness about our interactions. There's a newness about the way we're being expected to dialogue and to interface with one another. Big reading for Libra on whatever level that is for you. Big reading. So I'm going to go over to Vimeo and take a look at your love reading, because this was very much more on a deeper, more social level. I really think this could be you taking on a boss that's a bully, a father that's a bully, someone who is very much, who has put themselves on a throne maybe of some kind, very ruling, very commanding, very harsh, also slightly ridiculous. And this is coming together and bringing an end to that hasty behavior and bringing a different outlook to looking at one another, looking at our neighbors, looking at our friends, looking at the people that we don't know. It's really more about acceptance, I think, at this point for some of you. But conquering the evil that has overwhelmed whoever this is talking to. Because there is a very bullying kind of energy around this person. Okay, that's what I got for you. If you want a reading meant just for you, reach out to me. I will get back to you as soon as possible, and we'll get that reading going. And until the next time, thanks again, Libra. Take care of yourself, one another, be well, and peace.